Have you ever noticed how your mind never stops, even when your body is resting? Thoughts racing, worries piling up, little things turning into mountains. Friends, overthinking is like carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones. Every step feels heavier, every breath feels shorter. But what if I told you that you can learn simple daily habits that can quiet this storm inside your mind, that can help you relax and actually enjoy the gift of this moment? Today, let's discover how to calm your mind one small habit at a time and reclaim the peace that is rightfully yours. Friends, let me ask you a question. How do you usually start your day? Do you wake up and immediately check your phone, your emails, your messages, maybe even the news, and within the first 5 minutes your mind is already filled with stress, worries, and things you cannot control? You see, this is how overthinking begins. Your mind wakes up, and instead of waking up peacefully, it goes straight into a storm. But what if I told you that just changing the first 3 minutes of your day can change your whole mental landscape? This is where gratitude comes in. Gratitude is like sunshine for your mind. It warms it, it nurtures it, and suddenly the storm feels smaller. All you need to do is every morning think of 3 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It can be as simple as, I woke up alive today. I have clean water to drink. I have someone who smiled at me yesterday. And here's the magic, my friends. When you focus on what you already have instead of what you don't, your mind stops running in circles. It stops worrying about tomorrow, stops replaying yesterday, and starts living in today. Gratitude is not just a mental exercise. It's a habit that trains your brain to look for goodness even in the chaos. When you do this consistently, overthinking loses its power. You wake up calm, centered, and ready to handle whatever the day brings. So, tomorrow morning, before you grab your phone, before you think about deadlines, before you rush into the world, pause, breathe, and say thank you. Thank your life for being alive. Thank your body for carrying you. Thank your heart for feeling. And thank your mind for learning. This one small habit, just 3 minutes, can plant seeds of calm that grow all day long. And trust me, friends, when gratitude becomes your morning ritual, overthinking doesn't stand a chance. Friends, have you ever noticed how your mind can feel like a spinning top? Thoughts going in every direction. Worries about work, family, the future, the past, it never stops. And often we think the solution is to fix the problem, to plan, to strategize. But here's the secret. Sometimes your mind doesn't need an answer, it needs a pause. This is where mindful breathing comes in. Something so simple, yet so profoundly powerful. You don't need fancy equipment, a guru, or a special place. You just need yourself and a few moments each day. Sit comfortably, close your eyes if you can, and bring your attention to your breath. Notice it as it flows in and as it flows out. No judgment, no trying to control it, just being aware of it. When you breathe mindfully, something amazing happens. Your body begins to respond. Your heartbeat slows. Your muscles relax. Your mind, which was racing with endless thoughts, starts to find a rhythm, a calm. It's like the first raindrops falling on a parched land. The chaos begins to settle. And here's another beautiful thing. Mindful breathing trains your mind to stay present. Overthinking is always about something that isn't here. It's about the past you can't change, or the future you can't control. But when you focus on your breath, you anchor yourself in the moment. You tell your mind, it's okay, right now all is well, right now I am enough. Even 5 minutes of this practice every day can transform how you respond to life. Challenges feel lighter, decisions clearer, and sleepless nights calmer. It's as if you've handed your mind a gentle reminder, you don't always have to solve everything at once. You just need to breathe and trust that things will unfold. Friends, overthinking is exhausting. It steals your energy and your joy. But mindful breathing, mindful presence, it gives you back your power. It teaches you to slow down, to observe, to be gentle with yourself. And once you learn this habit, no storm in your mind can last forever, because you have learned the art of returning to your own breath, your own sanctuary at any time of the day. Friends, I want you to pause for a moment and think about your typical day. How many times do you reach for your phone without even realizing it? How often does your thumb scroll through endless feeds, news, messages, updates, all before your morning tea or coffee? And have you noticed what happens to your mind? It becomes cluttered, restless, anxious, constantly comparing, constantly worrying. You see, our screens are like double-edged swords. On one hand, they connect us, they inform us, they entertain us. But on the other hand, they steal our peace. Every notification, every message, every news alert triggers a little spark of worry, anticipation, or judgment in our mind. And slowly, almost imperceptibly, these little sparks grow into a fire of overthinking. Imagine this: your mind is a garden, every thought is a seed. Positive thoughts grow into flowers. Negative, anxious thoughts grow into weeds. And screens, unchecked screen usage, they are like tossing in extra seeds of worry, doubt, and comparison every single day. Soon, your beautiful garden of peace is overrun with weeds, and you wonder why your mind feels so restless. So, what can we do? The first step is awareness. Notice how much time you spend on your devices. Notice how often your mind races after scrolling or watching content. And then, set gentle boundaries. It doesn't mean abandoning technology, it means using it wisely. Schedule time for social media. Turn off notifications when you don't need them. Keep your phone away during meals, before bed, and most importantly, in the first hour after waking up. Friends, I promise you, when you limit unnecessary screen exposure, your mind begins to breathe again. Thoughts no longer pile on top of each other. Anxiety finds space to dissolve. Creativity, focus, and clarity start to return. You begin to notice the world around you, the smile of a loved one, the warmth of sunlight, the simple joy of being alive, without a screen mediating it. Remember, technology should serve you, not enslave you. Overthinking often thrives in a cluttered mind. By limiting screen overload, you're giving your mind the gift of space, the gift of calm, the gift of living fully in the moment. And when you reclaim this small control over your day, friends, you realize that real peace is not found in the feeds, it is found inside you. Friends, have you ever noticed how your mind can feel like a crowded train station? Thoughts running in every direction, problems waiting on one platform, worries on another, reminders of tasks you forgot, fears about the future, regrets about the past. And sometimes, no matter how hard you try, it feels impossible to get off that train because your mind never stops moving. This is where the simple act of writing things can be magical. You see, overthinking is often a symptom of carrying too much inside, holding thoughts, feelings, and worries in your head, and expecting your mind to somehow sort them all out. But the mind is not a filing cabinet. It's not designed to store endless loops of what ifs and should haves. When you take a pen or open a notebook and write your thoughts, something incredible happens. The chaos inside your head starts to organize itself. Your worries stop swirling aimlessly, and you start to see them clearly. Writing externalizes your thoughts. It creates distance between you and the storm in your mind. Suddenly, the problem that seemed gigantic is now something you can look at, analyze, and perhaps even solve. And it's not just for problems. Write down your feelings, your fears, your dreams, your hopes, even your silly little random thoughts. When you put them on paper, you acknowledge them, you honor them. You tell yourself, yes, I see you, mind, I hear you, but now you don't have to overwhelm me anymore. Friends, journaling is also a powerful tool for reflection. When you read your past entries, you realize how much you have grown, how many challenges you have already overcome, how many moments of joy you may have forgotten. It's like having a conversation with your wiser self. And over time, this habit trains your mind to release unnecessary mental clutter, to stop ruminating endlessly, and to focus on what truly matters. Even 5 minutes a day can make a huge difference. In the morning, write down what you plan to do. In the evening, write down what you learned, what you are grateful for, and what you can let go of. This simple act, seemingly small, has the power to calm a mind full of noise, to give you clarity, and to create space for peace and presence in your life. So, my friends, the next time you feel your mind spinning, the next time worries begin to pile up, don't fight it, don't ignore it. Pick up a pen and write it all down. You will be amazed at how much lighter your mind feels, how much calmer your heart becomes, and how much easier it is to step into the day with clarity, focus, and peace. Friends, have you ever noticed how when your mind is racing, your body often feels tense too? Shoulders tight, chest heavy, even your stomach seems to carry the weight of your thoughts. And we often think, if only my mind could stop, everything would be fine. But here's the secret. Your mind and body are deeply connected. You cannot calm one without attending to the other. This is why moving your body is so important. You don't have to become a marathon runner or lift weights like a champion. Even a simple walk, stretching, or a few minutes of gentle exercise can make a profound difference. When you move, your body releases chemicals called endorphins. Nature's way of telling your mind, relax, everything is okay. Your muscles loosen, your heart feels lighter, your thoughts begin to settle. Think of your mind as a pot of boiling water. Overthinking is like that steam rising, unstoppable, chaotic, but movement is like lowering the heat, letting the water simmer, giving space for clarity. A brisk walk in the morning, a few stretches during the day, even dancing to your favorite song, it's all medicine for the mind, and movement has another magical effect. It shifts your focus from what you cannot control to what you can. When you exercise, you are fully present with your body. You feel your feet touching the ground, your breath moving in and out, your heart beating. This anchors you in the present moment. Overthinking thrives in a mind trapped in the past or worried about the future. Movement brings you home, to the now. Friends, it's not just physical health you are nurturing, it's mental. Clarity, emotional stability, and resilience. The mind learns a simple lesson through the body, that energy can be redirected, tension can be released, and peace can be cultivated even in small, consistent steps. So make it a habit. Step outside, walk slowly, feel the breeze, stretch your body, laugh while moving, and notice how your thoughts start to untangle themselves. Life does not always have to be serious. Movement reminds your mind that there is joy in simplicity, peace in action, and clarity in motion. Remember, a restless mind can rarely calm itself by sitting still, but a restless mind paired with a moving body finds release, finds focus, and finds the space to just breathe. And when you do this daily, overthinking loses its grip, and you begin to live life with a lighter heart and a freer mind. Friends, I want to share something many of us do every single day without even realizing it. We allow our minds to run wild with worry endlessly, from morning until night, about things we cannot control, things that may never even happen. And we wonder why we feel exhausted, anxious, or restless. Overthinking, you see, is often not about the problems themselves. It's about giving them unlimited space in our mind. Now here's a small but powerful idea. What if we gave worry a schedule? Yes, a time when your mind is allowed to worry, and the rest of the day it is not. Strange as it sounds, this works beautifully. It's like telling your mind, I see you worry, you have your time, but you cannot take over my whole life. Start small. Set aside 15 or 20 minutes a day. Call it your worry window. During this time, write down all your worries, think about them, analyze them, and consider possible solutions if needed. But when the timer ends, close that chapter. Leave it there. Do not pick it up again until your next scheduled worry time. Friends, why do this work? Because overthinking thrives on unlimited attention. The more we allow our minds to wander endlessly over the same problems, the bigger, darker, and scarier they become. But when we give worry a limit, when we consciously choose when to engage with it, we regain control. Suddenly, your mind realizes that worry is not the boss of you. You are the boss. And here's something beautiful. During the rest of your day, when a worry pops up, instead of chasing it, analyzing it, and letting it grow, you gently tell yourself, not now, my worry time is later. And just like that, overthinking begins to shrink. You create mental space. You find calm. You become present with the people and experiences around you. It may feel strange at first, even uncomfortable, because your mind is used to having free rein. But the more consistent you are, the more your mind begins to respect boundaries. You discover a simple truth: worry is not a full-time job, and life is too precious to give it unlimited hours. Friends, the world is full of things we cannot control, but we always have control over how much attention we give them. By scheduling worry, you take back your power. You reclaim your day. You create space for peace, joy, and presence. And when you practice this daily, overthinking slowly loses its grip, and you start to live life with a lighter, calmer, and freer mind. Friends, have you ever stopped for a moment and really looked around you? The trees swaying gently in the wind, the birds singing their morning songs, the sunlight filtering through the leaves, the rhythm of the clouds moving across the sky. And yet, so often, we rush past all of this, glued to our screens, lost in our thoughts, consumed by worries. We forget that nature is one of the greatest healers of the mind. You see, overthinking thrives in artificial spaces. It grows when our attention is trapped indoors, staring at screens, thinking about problems, or replaying the past. But nature has a quiet, subtle way of reminding us that life is bigger than our thoughts. When you step outside and connect with the natural world, your mind slows down. It stops racing. It begins to notice details, the colors, the sounds, the textures, things that exist beyond your worries. Walking in a park, sitting by a river, listening to the waves, even feeling the breeze on your face. These small moments anchor us in the present. Your mind, which was spinning with what ifs and should haves, begins to pause. Overthinking starts to lose its power because you are reminded life is happening now. Not in your imagination, not in your fears, but right here, right now. And here's the beautiful thing. Nature doesn't judge. It doesn't demand perfection. The river doesn't care if you are anxious. The tree doesn't care if you are stressed. The wind doesn't care about your deadlines. And in that gentle non-judgment, your mind finds relief. You realize that just like nature, life can flow without constant struggle, without forcing control, without overanalyzing every little thing. Even a few minutes each day can make a profound difference. Step outside, breathe deeply, feel the ground beneath your feet, listen to the natural sounds around you. Let your mind become like a calm lake, reflecting what is real, rather than tossing stones of worry endlessly. And if you do this regularly, overthinking doesn't just slow down, it begins to dissolve. You start to experience life as it is, simple, beautiful, and full of subtle wonders that you had forgotten existed. Friends,